Hello, my name's Alexander White, and every week I'm bringing you music production tips and techniques. This week, I thought we'd have a look at how much difference it makes putting microphones in different positions on an acoustic guitar. So let's dive straight in. I'll record the parts and then we'll have a little bit of analysis at the end and also a kind of cool trick that you can do with all three. Let's dive in. So let's start off with a classic mic position. It's fairly close to the guitar. It's maybe 6 to 8 inches away and it's pointed directly at the 12th fret area, so 12th, 14th fret. I've put it roughly where the neck joins the body. This is a very, very common acoustic guitar recording technique. So let's see how this one sounds. So this is another very popular mic position, which is actually pointed at the bridge. So about the same distance, about that 6 to 8 inches away. And really I'm covering this area of the guitar, so a little bit beyond the sound hole. So let's see how that sounds. So the last position we'll try is the microphone actually quite far away from the guitar. If I reach out, I can just about touch it with my finger, so it really is quite far away. And it's just focusing here, and this will capture a much more balanced overall image of the guitar, although it'll be a little bit more diffuse. So let's see how that one sounds. So let's play those takes back, uninterrupted, just one after the other, so you can hear how much difference mic placement actually makes to the tone and the presentation and the impression of the acoustic guitar. So here we go, starting with acoustic guitar 1. So it's really interesting. All three do have really different tones. The first one, the one that's at the 12th fret, kind of has a sort of scooped tone, I suppose, so it probably sounds the smoothest out of all three. Number 2 has a much more low mid-range push to it. It sort of takes away some of the string noise, of course, because the mic is so far away from what's happening on the fretboard. But it does have a slightly odd resonance to it. So sort of by that I mean it's kind of woom, 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 somewhere in that sound. And I think that's simply the tone of the actual guitar, the body of the guitar resonating when you put a microphone so close to the bridge. And then number 3 just sounds less personal. It sounds further away, of course, because the mic's further away. It sounds a little more even, but there is something, maybe, I don't know, a little cheap about it, perhaps. But none of them are wrong. These mic positions could be the right one to use in context with your mix, depending on what you need to push forward and what you need to sit back. But there's one other really awesome option with all of this, and that is playing all three at once. So bearing in mind these were 3 different performances. So when they're combined, you get a sort of averaging out of all the little things that you don't like about any of them any of the little tiny performance deficiencies, not so much as to say anything is out of time or out of tune, but those little moments when you just think, the energy dropped a little bit there. Doubling or tripling any sort of instrument, anything you can get away with that doesn't sound too much like you're starting to just get multiple piano players or something like that, or multiple drummers, often gives you a huge sound. So let's have a listen to that. It sounds very upfront, it sounds very balanced, very even. It sort of seems to feel like there's been a bit of compression done somehow, even though there hasn't been any compression done. It just sounds more together and more like a foundation that you could build the rest of the track on. And it sounds really pleasant to listen to, sort of straight away. That's before you've even got into doing any EQ or any actual mixing at all. So I think it's really always worth you checking out mic positions on any instrument. Be detailed, really listen in, see if you've got any resonances, see if the bass or the treble is too much, see if you've got that hollow sound, or see if something sounds too mid-rangey. And then, if you can, consider choosing a couple of different, or maybe 3 different mic positions on that instrument and getting the player to actually double or triple their part, getting the performance really tight with each other. And then when you turn all 3 up, you just get a big, thick sound. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been a fun one. Please let me know whether you like to do triple tracking or double tracking in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And also, please jump onto my website and grab my free mixing guide. I have something which kind of boils down my overall mixing method, I suppose, my workflow, into 6 easy to follow steps. So I'd love you to go and grab that and have a little look at some ideas in there that might help you get better mixes. Thank you so much. I hope you go away and do some double tracking, triple tracking, or multiple mic positions this week, and have a lovely musical week. Thank you.